Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we present the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Bloodshot, starring Vin Diesel, in theaters March 13th. Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Betfred, the official sponsor of Wilder Fury 2. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Get a quote on geico.com today. And proper number 12, Irish whiskey, the finest, the tastiest, the smoothest liquid gold in the world. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the President Mauricio Suleiman, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman Anthony Marnell III. Judges at ringside, Glenn Feldman, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC and Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the WBC title holder in the blue corner, standing at 6 feet 7 inches, wearing black trunks, proudly representing Tuscaloosa, Alabama, USA. He weighed in at 231 pounds. The U.S. Olympic bronze medalist who is undefeated in his campaign in the professional ranks with a tremendous record of 42 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 41 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the acclaimed knockout artist, tonight making the 11th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated, hard-hitting, reigning and defending WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, introducing the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder! And his battle-ready, distinguished opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, wearing black trunks with gold trim, hailing from Manchester, England. He weighed in at 273 pounds. He is also undefeated in his campaign with a record of 29 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former unified world champion and the undefeated boxing sensation, currently recognized as the reigning and defending lineal heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury! And we introduce our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Kenny Bayless.
Okay, gentlemen. Trunks are just a tad high, but on the upper half is okay. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and when I say you must obey. Good luck and touch them up. All right.
The heavyweight championship of the world is on the line. The rematch between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Both men are undefeated. Both men want to further their legacy. Both men have that opportunity here tonight.
It doesn't get much better than this. 12 rounds of action scheduled in the heavyweight division. Number 1 and number 2 arguably in the heavyweight division, ready to put it all on the line right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Way for is Christina Poncher. There is the champion, Deontay Wilder. The challenger, Tyson Fury. Fury immediately surges out to the center of the ring. Tyson Fury changed trainers leading up to this fight, now more Tyson Fury, the lineal heavyweight champion, Deontay Wilder, has made 10 successful title defenses, tying Muhammad Ali.
He said all week long his goal was to surpass his idol, Muhammad Ali, and have the most consecutive defenses of his heavyweight world title.
Tyson Fury predicted a knockout in the second, and Fury is coming out more aggressive here in the first round compared to what he did in the first round. Big right hand, smacking off the top of the head of Fury. By Deontay Wilder.
That one was good defense by Tyson Fury, but he landed the first right hand that he threw.
There's an overhand right blocked by Wilder, but Fury is sitting into the pocket more. You can tell he's trying to gain his comfortability. He ate that right hand though from Deontay Wilder. Not many people have been able to do that.
Fury saying he doesn't want to leave this fight in the judge's hands. That's why he's trying to push the action. That's why he's trying to be more aggressive.
There's a right hand by Fury! Fury coming forward! Fury pressing the action! There's a shot, my goodness! 80 seconds to go in the first. Fury with that jab to the body of Wilder. Fury came out as by 273. He is weighing in at 17 pounds above what he did in the first fight. Wilder, 231, 19 pounds heavier than the first fight.
There was a strong jab there by Tyson Fury that sent Deontay Wilder back a little bit. He's looking to use that extra weight that he's put on to give him what he feels like is that extra power that he needed to put down Deontay Wilder in this fight.
Well, Christina, you pointed out that during the ring walk for Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury was shadow boxing, trying to keep himself loose. Both men are in impeccable shape. Now, the chance of "you big Dossa," that is a term that Tyson Fury has thrown towards Deontay Wilder's way.
Oh, good left hand by Tyson Fury lands there, and a strong jab by Deontay Wilder.
There's an overhand right by Fury. Fury crowding Deontay Wilder. Final moments of the first.
Oh,
there's a jab. A jab that snapped back the head of the champion. Fury has shown that he can stand in the line of fire and be okay at least through the first round.
Very good first round by Tyson Fury, but Deontay Wilder remaining calm, understanding that it is a marathon and not a sprint. He has been known to give away rounds early to get his timing down to land that right hand.
Now we'll listen in to Javon Sugar Hill in the corner of Tyson Fury.
He's slow to find him. His face is coming up with a lot.
JD's Mark Breland, the combo that has worked with Deontay since day one. He said, "I'm loyal to my team. These guys have stuck by me." Fury's got a lot of this nervous energy. What is he on, his 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th trainer?
That's what it seems like.
Something that he's talked about. That's at least coming from Deontay's mouth. He said, "Me and my team, they know me inside and out, and that's what helps give me the confidence to fight at my very best."
Tyson Fury seems to be very comfortable in that ring, Christina, as Deontay Wilder waiting, looking for that big shot.
And it is round 2, the round that Tyson Fury all promotion long has said he is going to stop Deontay Wilder.
What a monumental moment that would be, but for Deontay Wilder, he has the highest knockout percentage in heavyweight championship history. 34 years of age is the Bronze Bomber from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But Fury's jab seems to be problematic right now for the Bronze Bomber. There's a big jab. It was almost a jab followed by it was like a jab left hook combination of sorts. Big right hand that snapped back the head of Fury. Wilder sprayed him with that shot. And don't forget, Tyson Fury in his last fight against Otto Wallin had 47 stitches in his right eye. There's a left hook that missed by Wilder, right hand, as Fury tying up.
Step back, here you go, step back.
We're coming up on 100 seconds to go here in the second round.
Both fighters exchanging big leather here. Early and often, the jab of Tyson Fury and the right hand of Deontay Wilder.
The jab right to the abdomen by Deontay Wilder. When I asked JD's earlier today about the weight gain by Deontay Wilder, he goes, look, we don't monitor that. As long as he's eating well, feeling well, we don't monitor that. This is the heavyweight division. So they were very quick to dismiss that there was any gamesmanship or reason why he gained the weight.
In fact, in the fighter meetings, he did say, we don't even keep a scale in the gym. We don't weigh each other come fight week. It's not a point of emphasis in our training camp.
And Kenny Bayless will separate them as Tyson Fury holding on to the right arm or left arm of Deontay Wilder. Kenny Bayless looks at Fury. Big right hand by Wilder. Fury, though, turned his head to the side and got clipped a little bit. It was a grazing shot. A stiff jab by Fury. Both men have had glimpses of brilliance here in the fight, Christina, thus far.
They have, and both men have seemed to establish their dominance in terms of their strong punches, the strong lead jab for Tyson Fury, and the right hand for Deontay Wilder. We're saying it time and time again, but a right hand from Fury got in on that exchange as Wilder smartly clinches and walks it back to the center of the ring.
And Kenny Bayless will separate the two. Deontay Wilder looking to launch that right hand, which has put away so many. Deontay Wilder, this is his third rematch. Big right hand by Wilder again, and Fury eats it well, but back comes Fury. Oh my goodness, they're fighting even after the bell.
Every Wilder right hand, like big right hand.
Well, that's what it is, and he's landing it. He's landing it,
that's what
and Fury's eating it.
It's crazy to me. It's like he doesn't know how to just kind of tap that out there. It comes with everything behind it, just like that, and he took it.
And another one, and we'll take a look at, that was a right hook
nice
by Fury.
Yes, very nice, probably after the bell.
And they both, what excitement here in Las Vegas.
And you know what? It does something for both fighters' confidence. Fury, knowing he's taken that right hand through 2 rounds and eaten it, and Wilder knowing he's pretty much been able to land it at will.
Exactly, so both confidence boosters for each fighter.
Fantastic fight through 2 rounds so far. Action, clean punches. It's been beautiful so far. Ebbs and flows. Loving it.
And Kenny Bayless warns about the heads and not kind of leading with the head. Round 3, Ray Flores, Christina Poncho, the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World is on the line. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder battling. Stiff jab again by the Gypsy King.
Jab land to the body there by Fury.
And Fury steps in with the jab, but that was blocked by Wilder. Both men with very entertaining ring walks. A right hand! Wilder got clipped!
But why did Fury Fury hold? Why did he smother his punches?
Or could it been have
that was
started from Deontay Wilder? Could he have engaged the clinch? A right hand that connects by Fury.
Ooh, Wilder just missed that right hand right there, Ray.
Merely inches, Christina, as a minute has come off the clock in the 3rd round.
Step back. There we go.
And Kenny Bayless will step in between the two.
It was Deontay Wilder.
A right hand by Fury.
That landed more jabs and threw more jabs in fight number 1. And it has been Tyson Fury who's worked and landed the jab perfectly here in fight number 2.
There's a right hand by Wilder. They're coming forward. Seems to me, though, Christina, like Wilder is breathing heavy, at least from this standpoint. Blood streaming a little bit from the mouth of Wilder. But the champion has dealt with the likes of Luis Ortiz.
Absolutely.
And he's been in some tough predicaments. Wilder won the world title here in January of 2015. A right hand by Fury.
Stop, fellas. There we go. Step back.
Coming up on a minute to go here in the 3rd. And so far, no ill remnants of that cut by Fury against Otto Balin.
Work out. work out.
And I know everything that Fury does, the crowd goes crazy. There's no hiding the fact that this is a pro-Fury crowd. But so far, he has been able to impose his will, particularly with a punch as simple as the jab, and win the first couple rounds.
Right hand, down goes Wilder! Down goes Wilder! He's knocked down! Oh my goodness!
7, 8!
Can Tyson Fury finish off Deontay Wilder? A right hand, Wilder is hurt! Wilder's legs are not underneath him! Wilder is in huge trouble! No knockdown! No knockdown!
He's got to get out of this round, right? He bought himself some time right there.
Something about the legs of Deontay Wilder isn't working. His legs are gone underneath him.
Wow.
This is a moment for Deontay Wilder.
Wow. You said it, Ray. You said he looked fatigued.
No, wait a minute, Christina. The ear is bleeding, so the equilibrium may be off. The ear is bleeding of Deontay Wilder. He may have busted his eardrum.
Wow. What a great observation, Ray.
There he goes.
With that punch right there, I've done it. Where he winced when he went down with that big right hand from Tyson Fury.
He may have shattered his eardrum, Christina, with that right hand. Look at Wilder again. The right hand that connected for Fury, and he may have busted the eardrum of Deontay Wilder. Wow. So, Wilder was knocked down in the third. We'll see if Wilder can regain his composure.
A punch to the back of the head. They're going to get a warning here to keep this clean right now.
Deducting points. You hear me? I'm going to start deducting points. If you keep going after I say, time in.
Deontay Wilder put down in the third, I believe the first time he's ever been down in his career. We'll see if Wilder can connect, and here comes Fury again. Fury looks tremendous here, the champion facing adversity as Deontay Wilder. Oh, and down goes Wilder, no knockdown. But Wilder's legs are still wobbly.
And he's still bleeding out of that left ear as Fury lands a shot to the body right there. Deontay Wilder, don't forget, still has that one-hitter quitter. Still has that
right to the body by Fury.
big right hand by Fury to the body.
Deontay Wilder has to dig deep. Another right hand. That found its mark for Fury.
Stop!
Halfway mark of the fourth. The first time Wilder has ever been knocked down, or he was down, this is the second time he's been down. He was down almost 10 years ago. A sweeping right hand, and look at Fury go. Fury is trying to pour it on to Deontay Wilder. Wilder unable to land that home run shot. Under a minute to go here in the fourth.
Tyson Fury needs to be careful when he leans in. He's dropping that left hand. You know what that means for Deontay Wilder. It leaves that wide open right hand landing. So he needs to be very careful when he leans in and drops that left hand.
Also Wilder bleeding from his mouth. The second time Deontay Wilder's been down in his career, left hook, but Fury seeming to be in control thus far.
Work out.
And Wilder seeming
A right hand by Fury.
to clinch each time they get close.
Wilder doesn't seem to be himself, and it's probably because of the technical brilliance of Tyson Fury, but it seems like Deontay Wilder is off in some way physically. Who knows? A right hand by Wilder.
To stay the course. You cannot get reckless, no matter how much success you're having, and that was one point that he made in the meeting about how confident he felt early in that first fight. He allowed himself to get loose, get reckless, and overconfident, and that's what got Wilder.
What a... My goodness, Christina.
Yes, he did.
Take a look back at some of the action.
Strong jab, right hand just clips there, nearly misses Deontay Wilder. But Wilder really not landing very many punches, and that was an adequate slip right there. No punch there connected on that.
When I say stop,
Something about the legs, though, Christina, does not seem right with Deontay Wilder, and he gains a lot of his power punching from his legs. So there's something with the legs that I can't pinpoint, but it doesn't seem right from the champion. But for Tyson Fury, he looks exceptional.
And they're ready to go before even Kenny Bayless can let the bell ring here.
Tyson Fury, this would be the biggest win. A right hand, it might have staggered Wilder. Fury going on the attack. He feels like he has Wilder hurt.
Stop! Stop!
Oh!
And a right for Fury. Or for Wilder. Tyson Fury is pitching nearly a perfect game, Christina. Inside work, a right hand by Fury. Kenny Bayless steps in between the two. Wilder seems exhausted.
Oh my goodness, he seems just like he cannot keep his balance. His feet are not steady, his feet are not set.
And again, like I said, the right hand that connected on the left ear may have affected the equilibrium of Deontay Wilder.
Is he fighting off pure instinct right now?
It's probably on sheer guts and determination.
Mouth open.
Wilder is exhausted. Fury down goes Wilder again for the second time in the fight.
4, 5,
He needs to take it close.
6, 7,
Deontay Wilder.
8, okay?
His corner may have to make a decision.
This is going to be potentially the biggest win for Tyson Fury if he can dethrone the WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world. What a moment for the Gypsy King, Deontay Wilder. He can't even stand up.
Kenny Bayless needs to take a good look at this.
We have 70 seconds remaining here in the fifth round. Wilder cannot keep himself upright. He's lumbering and stumbling.
And clinching every time Fury gets close. Fury needs to give himself a little bit of distance to work, get back to using that jab, and set up his right hand.
An uppercut by Fury. Wilder looking for that big shot, but he is literally on wobbly legs. Fury going to the body of Wilder.
Fury has 2 knockdowns in the fight. He cannot get careless and reckless.
A right hand by Fury. This place is going to explode if Fury can stop Deontay Wilder.
1 point.
He deducts a point. Kenny Bayless, 1 point.
1 point. All right, keep it clean.
Wow.
Time in.
Fury going on the offensive. But 1 point deducted. There's a right to the body by Fury.
And what that does is that helps one of those knockdowns.
A right hand by Fury. Fury swarming Wilder. Back comes Wilder. Wilder with the shot to the body. And away we go.
Wow.
are seeing that there is blood from streaming from the left ear of Deontay Wilder. I think, Christina, he has a busted eardrum, and that affects your balance and your equilibrium.
I know we are not doctors, obviously, but there is definitely something wrong with the balance and stability of Deontay Wilder. And there is blood continuously pouring from that left ear, from a right hand of Tyson Fury in round 2.
Yes, absolutely correct. And starting the 6th round, we'll see if the champion can reassert himself, but he still seems to be having issues with his balance. A jab, and here comes Fury. Fury swarming Wilder. Fury looking for the finish. Fury wants to erase the memories of that draw in December of 2018.
And that was a punch on the back of the head right there. No warning given right there. We need to keep a close eye on some of those punches. Both have landed. Another right hand lands by Tyson Fury.
Fury is crowding Wilder, and Wilder, it seems, is having issues with the physicality of Tyson Fury.
A completely dominant performance to this point, but don't forget, anything can happen. It is the heavyweight division. It is the hardest punch in boxing. It is Deontay Wilder's right hand. They have to keep going minute by minute, round by round.
And Wilder has the highest knockout percentage in heavyweight history. Fury with a right to the body, coming upstairs. Wilder languishing on the ropes. As a minute 10 has come off the clock in this 6th round.
The problem is going to be that that Wilder derives that power for his right hand from his legs, and his legs are not there.
He hasn't had his legs underneath him since that of the 2nd round. And Tyson Fury is fighting absolutely marvelous. This is the fight of his life, and now Fury pouring it on. We're over the halfway mark of the 6th. Fury inside, look at them battle on the inside like true prize fighters. Blood coming out of the mouth of Deontay Wilder, the champion, being pushed to the limit like he never has before in his career.
Work out, work out, work out.
Tyson Fury taking heavy breaths there as he takes a break from that exchange. Mind you, Tyson...
A right hand by Fury, or for Wilder.
Oh!
They both exchange.
Big bombs landed here in the last minute of round 6.
And if you're Deontay Wilder, you're going to be thinking, let me see if I can drag this out to the 8th or the 9th. Because Fury now is slowing down to a point, Christina. Wilder is having issues with his balance. He held on to the top rope for a few seconds.
So much was made in the build-up of this fight about what was going to be the result of the cut over Fury's eye. Who would have thought it would be the blood from Deontay Wilder's left ear that would be causing issues in this fight?
Unbelievable turn of events, and now Fury sort of talking to Deontay Wilder. Final moments of the 6th as blood streaming from the left ear of Deontay Wilder.
His equilibrium is off. And saying anything can happen. This wasn't necessarily what we were referring to.
No, we were not, but Christina, we mentioned that any result was possible, and right now Deontay Wilder has his back against the wall with the man in Tyson Fury who believes that he is moments away on the hook from claiming the heavyweight championship of the world. What a warrior Deontay Wilder is. Many men would have succumbed after the 2nd, not Deontay Wilder.
I mean, this is amazing what he's able to do right now, knowing as we're looking at his legs, how unsteady they are, how much his equilibrium is off, and that extra weight that Tyson Fury has put on so far has not been a factor. If anything, it has been a factor in helping with the power punches he has landed.
Also, that the fact that he is putting his body on Deontay Wilder. Into the 7th round, right for us, Christina Poncher here in Las Vegas. Deontay Wilder just seems to be in the mindset he's looking for an opening, but boy, could he use a big right hand now. Left hook by Fury as he swarms Wilder. There's a right hand by Wilder, but it was blocked as Fury charging forward.
And maybe a little bit of a veteran tactic there, trying to kind of impose your
There's a left hook by Wilder. You're absolutely right, Christina. Fury is closing the distance, and he is putting his body weight on Wilder. Wilder needs to stay away from the ropes.
He does not look
Right hand. It's team up. And this one is over. Tyson Fury has become the new WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world. As the corner has thrown in the towel, there is a new champion, and his name is Tyson Fury. What a moment!
God. Deontay saying, why did you stop it? Why do you stop it? JD's and Mark Breland threw in the towel. It is over.
Unbelievable. As the Gypsy King is the new heavyweight champion of the world. Wow. What a moment for Tyson Fury.
It wasn't an illegal punch. It wasn't a low blow. It wasn't a freak injury. It was caused by a punch, a legal blow. What we are assuming is a busted right or left eardrum from Deontay Wilder. He continued to put on the pressure and finished him.
What a moment for Tyson Fury. And now there is a new king in the heavyweight division, and he's the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
And at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder is a husband, he is a father, he is a son, and his corner's prime responsibility is to look out for the health and safety of their fighter.
And they did an exceptional job. Mark Breland, as Wilder went over to the corner, he looked at his corner and he said, "Why did you do it?" And then Mark Breland said, "Look, your ear. I cannot have this happening."
There's a rematch clause in this fight.
Yes.
They could do it again if he can live to fight another day.
Look at it.
Why
did you do that? Mark Breland said,
Your
ear's busted. What a moment for Tyson Fury. And the fans here, they are electric, but they're stunned. Absolutely stunned as Tyson Fury has dethroned Deontay Wilder.
My goodness.
But as you pointed out, this is not the last meeting, because we heard that the loser has a rematch clause.
And if I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm saying, you know what? I had my eardrum busted through the last 6 rounds of this fight before it got stopped. I wasn't at 100% because of that. Kudos to you. You did cause the injury, but let's do it again.
Absolutely.
Let's do it one more time.
Absolutely. I have to tell you that everyone here in Las Vegas is stunned. There was initial adulation, but now everyone is absolutely stunned, as we cannot believe what we just witnessed. The man who believed was Tyson Fury, and here is how the fight ended.
This continued to happen round after round. Deontay Wilder backs himself up into a corner, a barrage of punches from Tyson Fury. This time, though, his corner had seen enough. They threw in the towel.
Boom.
And it was a right hand right there, but it was just the punches. He could not defend himself anymore, Ray.
Deontay Wilder didn't seem like himself after the second round. And Tyson Fury, what a moment for him. The 31-year-old coming from what he dealt with. And again, taking a look at it again. Fury with the right hand, boom, smacking off the left side of the head of Tyson Fury. And look at that, the respect between both men. They trash talk, but they certainly do respect and admire one another. And let's take another look at how this unfolded here in Las Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute, 39 seconds in round number 7. A referee in charge, Kenny Bayless, recognizes the request to the corner and stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion and the new WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury!
Tyson Fury, the new heavyweight champion of the world. What a performance.
Congratulations to Team Fury. He said that he could not have sacrificed anything more in this training camp, gave everything that he had. And tonight he's walking away with the one belt he was never able to capture, the WBC Heavyweight World title.
And Tyson Fury, he said he was going to stop Deontay Wilder. He lived up to his promise.
I know Deontay Wilder is devastated right now.
Let's take a look at the end of the fight, Christina. Right hands in abundance from Tyson Fury.
Who would have known it's the right hand from Tyson Fury? It was that jab hand, that jab from the opening bell that started to cause problems even before the, what we're presuming is eardrum injury from
And we'll see
Tyson.
the towel come in right there from Mark Breland and JD's. Very wise move on their behalf. And Deontay Wilder, obviously, he was telling Kenny Bayless, why did you do it? Here's JD's as he's watching it. And
Breland
let's take a look at who threw it in.
Breland did, yep.
And Breland threw it in, and he had seen enough. And again, from the overhead camera, that right, boom, down the pipe. Absolute pandemonium. Look at it again as Fury poured it on. And there is the new heavyweight champion of the world, and his name is Tyson Fury. Fury talking with Mauricio Suleiman, and my goodness, and Bernardo Osuna standing by with Deontay Wilder.
First off, how are you?
I'm doing good, you know. Things like this happen. The best man won tonight, but my coach, my side, threw in the towel, and you know, I'm ready to go out on my shield, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of things going on coming into this fight, but it is what it is. You know, my leg was already coming in due to other little things. But you know, I make no excuses tonight. I just wish that my corner would have let me win out on my shield. I'm a warrior, and that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? But he did what he did. It's no excuses, and we come back and be stronger.
They did something to protect you, which is their job, which is important. Now, how do you recover from something like what happened tonight?
I mean, even the greatest came back, you know what I'm saying? That's just part of it. And you just you take it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? I can't make no excuses tonight. Got a lot of complications, and like I said, we come back even stronger the next time around. You know, this is what big time boxing is all about. The best must fight the best. I just appreciate all the fans that came out tonight and support the show, and I hope everybody goes back home and get back home safely.
Thank you very much, Deontay. We wish you the best, and we'll speak to the champion momentarily, Joe.
So Deontay Wilder, let's take a look at, boom, there's that right hand as Wilder went to the canvas. But Christina, he said that he came into the fight already dealing with some issues. And there was the knockdown.
That was the punch that could have possibly ruptured that eardrum. in the third round. It was a right hand by Tyson Fury. But if I heard Deontay correctly in that interview, he said that his leg was already wrecked, or he was dealing with something with his legs. Of course, it's the best training camp they've ever had. And
what you just did. You said it, you called it, and you made it happen.
You know, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I said those who bring evil against me will not prosper. I said those who stand in the dark can never come into the light. All praise be to the one and only true God, Jesus Christ. Secondly, I just want to say big shout out Deontay Wilder. You know, he came here tonight, he manned up, he really did show heart of a champion. I hit him with a clean right hand and dropped him, and he got back up and battled on into round 7. He is a warrior, he will be back, he will be a champion again. But I will say, the king has returned to the top of the throne. Big shout out, Top Rank. Big shout out Frank Warren, Bob Arum, MTK Global, Marbella, BT, Barbada.co.uk, Wow Hydrate. Second of all, I said I'd sing a song tonight, didn't I? A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. Sing along if you know the words. And I knew if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widow bride. Something touched me deep inside the day the music died. All together now. So bye bye Miss American Pie. The levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. What? This'll be the day that I die. Now did you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that I'm in love with you, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. We both kicked off our shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. Oh, I Bronkin Buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. See, I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. Thank you, Las Vegas!
What a moment for the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. This victory, Christina, catapults him into the stratosphere as one of the biggest stars in sports today.
Hands down. And, you know, kudos to both fighters giving respect to one another. Tyson Fury boxed, used his jab, but the extra weight seemed to maybe help Tyson Fury. Did it hurt Deontay Wilder at all?
Well,
what do you think?
I think that the extra weight helped Fury. The extra weight for Wilder may have hindered him, in my opinion. He didn't seem as fast. Something about his legs. I'm going to make an assumption right now and say that when Wilder got in the ring in that first round, I watched it and studied a lot of tape on both guys, and we've seen a lot of fights from both. Wilder didn't seem like himself. He seemed, you and I were talking about it, in the first round, he seemed like he was slipping around the ring. He could not maintain his proper balance. I'm not saying that that's the reason why he lost to Fury, because Fury took the title from him. However, Wilder did not seem like himself, and he said in the interview with Bernard, I had an issue and issues coming into the fight, and I think he alluded to his leg, if I'm correct.
That is what he said in the ring. You know, it's just frustrating because you sit in meetings with these guys and you interview them all the time. Of course, they're not going to tell you what's really going on, but you assume both of these guys are in the best shape of their life. In injuries happen here and there. He's had 40-plus fights, and no one comes in technically 100%. But credit to Tyson Fury for doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He wasn't going to go box around and dance. He took it to Deontay Wilder and capitalized on, you know, whatever the situation was, and landed the heavier punches tonight.
Tyson Fury, a moment he will never forget as he captures the heavyweight championship of the world here in Las Vegas.